ranking Republican woman in the Senate is now saying she cannot support her party's candidate. Writing in the Washington Post, Collins says, and I'm quoting her now, "The unpleasant reality that I have had to accept is that there will be no new Donald Trump, just the same candidate who will slash and burn and trample anything and anyone he perceives as being in his way or an easy scapegoat." CNN special correspondent Jamie Gangel spoke exclusively with the senator just a little while ago. Here's part of that conversation.
He simply does not have the restraint and the consideration and the judgment and the knowledge to handle those dangerous events with which presidents are inevitably confronted.
Let me just ask you, in the last couple of days, there's been a line of Republicans, both elected officials, unelected officials, most recently these 50 Republicans who come from the national security world, people like Michael Chertoff, who was Director of Homeland Security, John Negroponte, who was Director of Intelligence. Did that, I know you talk about the Khan family and these other incidents, but did that group, because you serve on the Senate Intelligence Committee, you were on Homeland Security, did those 50 Republicans also have an impact on your decision?
I certainly respect and worked closely with many of the 50 intelligence, defense, and homeland security officials who signed that letter. But my decision was my own. It certainly was informed by the many years that I served as the chairman of the Senate Homeland Security, as well as the regular briefings that I receive now as a member of the Intelligence Committee. But the conclusion that I drew was based more on my own experience than listening to those experts, much as I respect them.
So the $64,000 question that you didn't answer in the op-ed is, who are you going to vote for?
I truly don't know. I have a lot of concerns about Hillary Clinton, and I am not going to support her. If the Libertarian ticket were reversed with Governor Bill Weld, former governor of Massachusetts, leading that ticket, then I would vote for the Libertarian ticket because I know Bill Weld well, and I respect him a great deal. I do not know Gary Johnson. I'm concerned about some of his views on drug use, and I will have to take a hard look at that. I may well end up writing in a name for president.
So a couple of weeks,
something I've never done before.
I was going to ask you, have you ever not voted for the Republican candidate for president?
I have always supported my party's nominee. That's what made this decision so difficult. But in the end, I just cannot support Donald Trump. I do not believe that he is the president that we need at this time in our country's history. And I believe that in many ways he is antithetical to the values of the Republican Party. The Republican Party believes in the dignity and worth of the individual. Based on what I've seen Donald Trump say over and over and over again, that is not his style.
And